I love my plug.
Hey man, you already know who it is. You know the face, you know the voice. World famous DJ Cutthroat. I love my plug CEO, plug DJ CEO. And guess what? I'm coming to Freeport, Illinois. Yeah, I'm coming to the Midwest, and I'm coming to rock out with the Nerve DJs Friday, January 4th. Hold on, I got a phone call. What'd you say? Well, I'm gonna be Friday, January 4th. Well, you know, I'm being Freeport, Illinois with Fly Guy Poop going crazy, nigga. Yeah, the Nerve DJs. Yeah, Signature Lounge. All right, hold on. I'm gonna come back to you. So don't beat me there. Nah, matter of fact, yeah, beat me there. Don't meet me there. Just beat me there. Friday, January 4th, Freeport, Illinois, Signature Lounge, Cutthroat, Fly Guy Poop. And I want to see every DJ in the area. I want to see every media in the area. We going crazy. Gutter.
Love my plug. I love my plug.
Oye, pero qué chucha te pasa. ¿Qué es lo que? Ya tú sabes. Panama, 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 Panama. Jane.
Skinny little bit like the 80s, Cooper Mercedes. Nigga treat me like a lady. Sauce keep on dripping like gravy. Don't try to play me, Slim stay away from the shady. Skinny little bit like the 80s. Skinny little bit like the 80s. Skinny little bit like the 80s. Better treat me like a lady. I bring the heat, put them claws on them like Freddy. I do not sleep. Skinny little bit like the 80s. Farrah Fawcett and it's deep. I need some mouth, need a pronto. Heat in my click horizontal. I kill him like a white Bronco. Legs up, Marcialago. I cut the track like a hatchet. This warning, I'm hazardous, Panama ratchet. I want some face like a pageant. I do not ask for the bag, I go snatch it.
Rico hustler, man, just did it at the Meet the Underdog, man. I just went extra in a bit. Carolina to Atlanta, shout out, I love my plug. DJ Cutthroat coming through, shutting down the party, man. This a recap of another Monday night going down. We out here, Carolina to Atlanta, Black My Cartel,
Y'all turn up right in Atlanta, right? Well, hey, it's like in Atlanta, but they said we be going extra hard.
Hold on. You gotta do it for real Atlanta one time. You know what I'm saying? World famous DJ Cutthroat, I've been here since day motherfucking one.
Okay.
I've been breaking artists since day one.
Okay.
And my nigga, if I ain't believe in y'all wouldn't be here.
You right.
So you gotta give them that extra shit, my nigga. This is what I'm talking about right here. I've been picking these niggas since day one. World famous DJ Cutthroat. I pick DJ, I pick Rich on the club, man. I pick motherfucking Rollo, Prico, Hustler, next. Let's do this shit.
Rico hustler, Carolina, I love my work, fresh club, man. 2019,
Prico, Hustler, Cutthroat, let's do this shit.
extra, why you acting extra? What? Extra, I need all the extra. Extra, I keep going extra.
Let's go, Prico.
Extra, I need all the extra, I need all the extra. Extra, why you acting extra?
Show them what shit, somebody.
I need all the extra.
Show them what we got in the motherfucking bag. Prico, let's go.
Got me started, but I never finished. I'ma take that extra mile while we finna win it. These pussy niggas ain't my friends, they only pretending. I'm telling you what I done been, they only human.
Let's go.
Extra, go eat out about it. Yeah, I know the streets talking, I'm the trending topic. I be big coolin', I be shit moving. That money was looking funny, but now it's improving.
Okay.
I do what I want when I want, that's my way of proving. I put in work every day, and that's time included. I'm going right back to the cake, I got with them Cubans. Them pounds coming with AA, what I say. Extra, why you acting extra?
Extra.
I need all the extra, I be going extra. Oh, we got a man, extra, I need all the extra, why you acting extra? I be going extra.
Verse 2. Give it to these niggas, Prico.
Still like round over 512. Freeco Hustler, PRECOHUSTLA, man. I'm here to stay. We out here. I chill. Go. Yes, sir.
DJ Cutthroat the plug. that's me. My bad. I didn't know y'all was in here. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta let you know, I'm coming to Libertyville, Illinois. That's right. Saturday, January 5th. I'm gonna be at Post Time Sports Bar and Grill, and I'm rocking with the Nerve DJs, and I'm bringing my brother Fly Guy Pooh. We got a brand new single. Me, Fly Guy Pooh, might bring TK Kravitz. You never know, you know what I'm saying? I heard y'all got the grassroots seminar and showcase going down. Well, it don't get no more grassroots than Cutthroat. Look, real talk, man. Post Time Sports Bar and Grill, Saturday, January 5th. We rocking with the Nerve DJs, Cutthroat, Fly Guy Pooh, brand new single with TK Kravitz, Out the Door remix. I need all my media and DJs to meet me there. Plug us in. Got 'em.
Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andre Ryan. Thanks for coming, too. Yeah, thanks for coming, no doubt. Yeah, how y'all doing?
Yeah, you.
Okay, open the door for them. Yeah, we're gonna get in. I'm glad the weather was good too, because I know some of y'all drove from out of town. Yeah. That's 1,000. Yeah. And who ain't trying to play me? Hey Chris, what T is that? Who trying to play me? What T is that? Right there? There's one of them. All right. I might have an outfit like that over there. Where we at, Robo?
Right here. No, great. This way up the steps.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Straight up to the front room. This gentleman will come.
Woo! That's what time. Hey. Sweat time. I'm getting nervous. Get a little nervous.
This wall right here, I still need a pathway through it in order for them to get around to go into the interview. Yeah, come on in.
Once again, how y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
I feel like LeBron in this thing. Not too little though.
All right, I'm gonna start this off. My name is Alex Rowe. How you doing?
How you doing, Alex?
Good. Okay, so tell me why it was so important for you to tell your story. Why did you come out with this? Was there something that sparked in the media, or what was it for you?
Me being in the right place right now in my life, you know, being a father that I am, the husband that I am, the coach that I am, the mentor that I am, I figured it was the right time to express myself about, you know, my life story, and have some fun with it, because it's been fun all the way up to this point. It's going to continue to be fun because I finally found myself, and then I had to get around the right people too that could express it the way I wanted it to come across. If you know me, I've always been authentic. You know, people say back in the day that I was before my time. So finally, I'm on time.
Now you have some pretty interesting relationships with the people who you're going to tell in their stories. Tupac, you have Deion Sanders, you have Left Eye. Whose story are you excited about telling? And I mean, I'm going to ask you another question. I'll let everybody else finish, but especially about your relationship with Lisa Left Eye Lopez. But talk about why those relationships were significant enough for you to tell.
They were both close to me, and you can be close to somebody for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You know, we all got somebody who we love almost more than we love our own cousins. You know, that's just love. And you know, but whose story do I feel most comfortable telling about, which is mine, because I own it. You know, me and God. You know, so like I said, it's gonna be fun. It's not a situation where you're bashing people or this or that or whatever. You know, from all the previous stuff I read, watched, from the movies and bios that was shot, I just always felt that I was portrayed the wrong way, or the situation was always portrayed against me, you know, as opposed to, like, maybe you should ask me. So now, you know, here it is.
What are y'all looking for today? The first time you met Left Eye, you?
I don't know. That's like wearing 2-3 different personalities, all that type of stuff. I always thought about, thought of myself as being educated and articulate, because that's what we stress in our family, you know, more so than playing football and sports. The football, sports, all that stuff was DNA, and it's like I played basketball in college. A lot of people didn't know it. I ran track in college, you know, so the playing sports part was really to help my mom. Single parent mom, and I think a lot of people can, you know, relate to that, especially now. with a lot of young moms out here. You know, the way society is, we just got a lot of single parent moms right now. I coach a lot of kids with single parent moms, and because I was able to go through trials and tribulations of that, now we can teach it. You know, because once they close the casket, it's over. You know, there ain't no more teaching.
Process to coming with this story you're telling, your story, your version. How difficult was it for you coming behind all the negative news that's already been portrayed?
It's funny because I was signed to Nike. I was third or fourth largest client they had, and I had commercials on every TV, national syndicates, all that stuff. I was had all the endorsement deals, that you could ask for, and then sometimes you make wrong decisions on who you surround yourself with, especially at an early age in your life, and you're dealing with money that you never had, dealing with new friends you ain't never seen. It just come fast, man. And then, when you get traded from one city and you didn't do anything that you felt deserved to be traded, and then I'm glad I was now because I got a chance to become, part of Atlanta. And if I would have never been traded, I would have never came here. So all that combines, but it builds a grit in you. And so a lot of times I played mad when I was here in Atlanta, but I was just thankful for the opportunity because it's a violent game. Get up every day and go to work. It's a little different than going to sit behind a desk. And then I was from the streets, and so you got to manage both of them, and it's hard. You see today's athletes having a lot of trouble with it, being able to manage off the court, off the field, and then manage what their livelihood. A lot of these professional athletes are from urban cities, single parent moms, and a lot of them didn't have the right structure coming up. They just blessed with talent and got plucked and was fortunate and got lucky, made it to the pros. But it doesn't erase where you come from and what you learn coming up.
Lately, entertainment TV. Other than basketball, what is something else surprising about the film that you think most people would be surprised to find out? How
loving and caring I was. How loving and caring the people around me, certain people was. Devious of people that you wouldn't think that would be devious. Granted that you thought you were all in, and then come to find out you really wasn't. So I think those points are going to be entertaining, and then exciting. And then there's a couple surprises in there, like, wow, for real? That's it? Like that. So.
Andre Craig Boogie from Beyond Casual Media. What ultimately do you want people to see and get from it? What's the storyline that you want them to get?
Love is blind. Love is foolish, You love, we all had cats that we kicked it with, and you thought that was your homie, and you didn't kick it with him no more. You don't even know his phone number. You know what I'm saying? You got cousins. Can you call a cousin that you used to kick it with in third grade? You can't do it no more. So trying to bring unity back to our people, and of all colors. We in trial time now. Look at our president. Trying to turn everybody against everybody. So hopefully this film can show, because the locker room is racially divided at times. You got black players in there, you got white players in there, you got Mexican players in there, you got all kinds of players in there from different, backgrounds, and you got to come together and go to work.
Exactly.
So hopefully overall, I'm working with some great people on this, and they're gonna bring it out, and it's to show that you can bring unity, but also show how love is dangerous, and but you can't be afraid of love. You can't be afraid.
So is that how the title came about, Foolishly in Love?
Man, I don't know, man. I was laying on the floor one day, and my homeboy said, "We gonna call it Foolishly in Love." I said, "Okay, cool," and we roll with it.
Before Monet Magazine Music, I want to know what's one thing, if you could go back, you would change.
I would take more time on my body. I'm 6 foot, 180 pounds when I was playing, and I had the ball in my hands a lot. And so the average fan see me, scoring touchdowns and having success or this or that, but no one seen me when I had to go home and I had ice bags everywhere. I couldn't walk, my kids couldn't touch me, skin missing off my elbows, broke fingers, broke hands, broke ankles, that part. But I knew it came with the territory. And my mom has so much resilience. It runs all through me. So that part, and then a whole bunch more that I can't explain.
Yeah. Would you allow your kids to play football?
Yeah, I currently have a son who has the opportunity to play in the National Football League. He's one of the best wide receivers in the country.
Wow.
And beautiful kid, and I'm just honored to have him as a son. You know, and I got 5 sons that I love dearly, and I think that's what I'm gonna clear up mostly. You know, all this child support stuff and whatnot. When people didn't know what the hell they was talking about.
Another question. Are you surprised with the feedback of the film and with the casting call?
You know what? I'm humble and kind and all that stuff. And some people say I'm too nice. I only get tough and rough when the clock's like and the game starts. Then I ain't to be played with. But at the same time, I'm just I'm amazed. But I'm like, I've always wanted people to strive, and I wanted people to have success in what they do. It's like, this is giving you guys an opportunity, to do something on a Saturday that we wouldn't be doing. So it's like employing people, giving people opportunity to help their family, put food on the table.
Andre, Sonia from She Show Out Media, and the movie is titled Foolishly in Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering if you would feel that your relationship with Left Eye would have been possibly more easier if you were not in the public eye.
It could have been, but she was so famous, and they were rocking. TLC was everything.
Who got with who first? Did you call her or did she call you? How did that relationship?
That's the movie.
I got time to get you about that. I throw him for a loop, Chris. I was running down Buckhead. I was running the Buckhead butt naked. Throwing way off.
Erica Mystery, what was the hardest part for you to tell in the story?
Probably revealing something about different characters that's going to be in there that people really thought that it was one way and it was another way. That's probably the hardest part, because my agent told me a long time ago, he said, you know how to shake more people's hand that that don't like you than anybody I've ever represented. And I didn't know what he said then, and I was like maybe 30 something. I'm 51 now, so I know what he's talking about. Because I look back now in hindsight and I say, man, I used to shake their hand. I knew they didn't care about me. But you still shake their hand to be a professional and move on.
Absolutely. Now you're sitting in the king's chair. Now we're talking about, right. We're talking about kings and legends now, and you are a legend, especially in Atlanta in the football industry.
Thank you.
Now, when it comes to handing down the game, money speaks louder than maybe your advice to some of the football players. Who have been some of the mentees that you took under your wing? Because like I said, a lot of the kids are they're saying that the older G's aren't giving them the game. And you being in your position and teaching younger people, besides the younger kids, who are some of the athletes that you've been mentoring through your whole process, since you speak about the concussions and everything? Can you speak on that?
It's a different kid. I've been coaching for 15 years now. And so it's a different, helping kids get in college. It's a different kid. We didn't have the internet. These kids don't shovel snow no more. They don't cut the grass. They don't take out the trash. You got to fight with them. You can't chastise them like we would chastise when you going to jail. And you see professional athletes chastise their children and end up, being prosecuted for it. But mine is I don't play. I don't play when I'm speaking to the youth, and I let them know up front. I love them, care about them, and I think that's where a lot of us drop the ball when we do handle them, is having patience. You got to have patience to teach them. Because there's a lot of stuff that these kids now and the young men now, it's went over their head on what the true essence of being, a professional athlete is. And so if you're not around that kid coming up through his, adolescent years, it's tough to just walk into his life and say, hey, this is the direction you need to go, or this is the direction. The first thing I'll tell you is, get the hell out of my face. This is my money. I made this money, and then all of a sudden it's friction. And so to stay away from the friction, I don't get involved as far as trying to count their money and checking their pockets. I just tell them, if I've had 51 cars. I've driven every car you can drive. I've had 10 mansions. and continue to strive to continue to do it, you know. But at the same time, they don't need 5 cars. They don't need 4 cars. So I go at it the opposite way. You know, you don't need to have 30 people in your entourage. You know, yeah, I know. Well, you did it, coach. You did it. You know, you did it. You and Big Meech was running around town, and y'all was doing your thing. You know, you boom, boom, boom. I say, yeah, but it was a different time and a different era. You know. And I attack it like that. I approach it with love first, so I can get in their soul and spirit, and just hang with them and see, you know, what they like. And I got kids. I got probably 13 kids playing Division I football right now across the country. I had about 4 that's going to be playing in the national playoffs here in a couple weeks. And I get off on that, you know, knowing that those kids got a chance to change their family lives.
Right, now speaking on mansions, Left Eye burnt down one of your most infamous mansions. Do you know about the art of gift giving now? It's Christmas time. Do you give certain gifts to certain people? Do you know how to give gifts now? Because since you didn't walk in with her gift,
I gotta
talk about it. Oh my goodness.
We gotta talk about management.
We got time for two more questions.
Next question. I see some of that stuff is
Speaking of
being addressed
Big
in the
Meech,
movie.
are you showcasing him in this movie as well?
Pardon?
Are you is he going to be featured in this movie as well? Big
I
Meech?
didn't hear the first part of it.
I heard you mention Big Meech.
Yeah.
Is he going to be included in this as well?
Meech was we were in each other's lives our whole time when we were in Atlanta. You know, I didn't know what he did. He didn't know what I did.
He's going to be part of the movie?
Yeah, I love Big Meech.
So you created this movie and everything, and all the negatives all this time coming to you about Left Eye. What do you want people to walk away from you after this story's being told?
That this is not about Left Eye.
Right.
It's not the rival story, man. You know what I'm saying?
So staying away from that, are you showcasing how you took Green Bay to the Super Bowl in your time in
See,
Canada?
now we talking. You know, I felt like when I won the Super Bowl in Green Bay, I had won it for a lot of people, a lot of different races, but I won it for our people. And I won it for the city of Atlanta too, because I sweated and grinded hard for the Falcons. I gave the Falcons 50 touchdowns in 5 years. You know, I don't know nobody that's done it yet. You know, to score double figures in touchdowns for 5 years. When I retired, I was top 10 all time in every category. That's what I want you to talk about. You know, the only player to do certain stuff is me and Jerry Rice.
Right.
Until certain kids came along like Randy Moss and stuff like that. That's what I want you to talk about. I want you to talk about me being 5-time All-Pro, 5 Pro Bowl, 10,000 yards, almost 100 touchdowns. Like, people forgot I'm the best to ever play my position.
Now speaking on that, I know a few months ago you had some choice words to say about the Hall of Fame and how maybe some people speaking out about the Hall of Fame may have possibly hurt your chances or skewed your chances. Do you still feel that same way?
They said that. You know what I'm saying? They said that. I didn't say that. They just took it and you know how media is.
Right.
And you can, you know, it's almost like when I watch ESPN and I see a current player lose his job because of domestic violence, and it's a black Afro-American professional athlete, I cringe in the inside, like, cause it's a blemish on all of us, and you know, things of that nature. Man, it just, I don't know. We just got to get it right. You know, there's no place in America where people should be putting their hands on women, and I'm a big advocate of that. So.
My foundation is called Show Out Kids. Do you have one piece of advice for the children?
Yes. Health and education. Make sure you get up, brush your teeth, hygiene, all the old school stuff, you know. Comb your hair, you know, girls got long hair, curly hair, whatever, comb it. The night before, so when you get up for school, you know, it don't be so hard. I got 4 girls. And for the boys, once again, health and education, man, and lead the crowd along and do you and do what's right, and get on your knees and pray and thank the Lord, thank Allah, you know, for what you receive.
Nice. Love it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Chris
Thank
Donaldson
you.
here from AME Studio One. I'd like him to come up and you guys here.
Chris Donaldson, where's Big D?
He calling me.
He went to go get him.
I'm here with the big guy. I'm Chris Donaldson, filmmaker. I'm directed Foolishly in Love. AME Studios, based out of California, and we just opened new facilities here in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and Pennsylvania. This is an incredible story on this young man here, because he is, I consider him to be, as many as other millions, to be the best wideout to ever play the game. He's a future Hall of Famer. This young man right here is the writer of this movie. He did one hell of a job, and together, along with the rest of his staff and you guys, we're going to make this an incredible movie, telling the real story. The real story.
Derek, can you introduce yourself to everybody, please, and tell them a little bit about
How y'all
what you
doing?
got going on, what you do, what you've done, and what you've got in this project, please?
All right, Derek Hanspike. I wrote the first Bobby Brown book. Me and Bobby wrote it together, 2008, and I did this story right here, big boy story right here.
He was the one laying over there when I was laying on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
What you gonna call it, man? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and like I told everybody, 70% of the Bobby movie was wrote from my book. 70% of it. And so I wrote both of these stories. Dre's story, killing Bobby's story. Sorry about that, Bobby, but it was real, you know what I'm saying? Bobby got a good story, but Dre's story just got so many elements in it, so. It's a great story. You can't even make this stuff up. So.
I had a question over here. Like you said, it's been a long time coming as far as telling the Andre Rison story. Why, after all of these years, do you think people are still just ready to see it and so in tune with what the story will be?
Oh, they was just the same reason why they was still waiting on Bobby's story when it came out this year. They had 31 million views on BET. You know, it's these stories, man, like urban legends. You know, they're urban legends. So it's just like, you know, people they be waiting on it. They really do.
According on that magazine music, what's the process you go through with writing? I know you got to get with him, and you know, but what draws?
With me and Dre, the process was different. With me and Bobby, you know, we just sat down for about a week's time and had to record, which is pretty much the normal process. And then a lot of stuff from recollection. But with Andre, I was there with him. You know what I'm saying? I was there with him the whole time, so I just wrote from my perspective. And then, and you know, a lot of the stuff I ain't wrong, you know, I'm like, hell, I don't know, we need to talk about that, you know what I'm saying? And then, I consult with him.
Okay, to see if he wants it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure we want to sell them this?
Right.
And yeah, because a lot of stuff I was leery of, and he was like, yeah, let's tell him.
Yeah. That's gotta be hard.
That's why this story is gonna be really authentic. Because he gave it up.
That's cool.
We have time for a couple more questions. Anybody else have any questions for Chris or for Derek?
What are the how are the interviews, the casting is going right now, as far as finding the people?
I have to speak with the casting manager in there, and they'll tell me how things are going. But from the looks of it, it's going very well. And the thing is, we want to involve Atlanta. You know, the film industry, yes, is coming to Atlanta. There's a lot of talent in Atlanta, Georgia. However, it's about educating the talent. And that's one of the keys. So with this story here, we want to involve this talent and push this talent. So it's just not a casting call. We'll be doing training for this movie. We want to make careers within Foolishly in Love. So I'll speak with her, and they'll tell me how the casting's going.
What are some of the things that you're looking for in Andre Rison actor?
And him personally?
No, not him. The one who's going to be playing him.
Playing him? Oh my God.
Speaking of playing Drake, I got my son. You got his oldest son, right? He looks just like him.
Yeah, you do.
Look just like him.
Are we doing the Ice Cube thing when he had his son?
Right.
Is that what we're doing?
Chris thought that was a good idea when he first seen him.
We're looking at that as well.
Yeah, Chris thought it was a good idea when he first seen him. And then just to let y'all know, of course, I'm the co-star, so I got my guy here back there. Y'all might know him if y'all watch the OWN television show.
Yes.
The Love Show. You know what I'm saying?
He said
And
The Love
I was watching the show like, hold on, you got my swag a little bit. Like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then I ran into him, and it was like, yeah, you me.
Just like that. Right?
What would you say is your favorite part of the creation process?
The creation process?
Yeah, of the entire production as a whole. Well, the writing process, I guess we could say.
Yeah, I won't be doing it again. Yeah, I won't be doing it again. You know?
Last question. One more question. We got one more question.
Yes, Chris, as a member of the Black Women in Film Network here in Atlanta, I wanted to know more about the training process. Will you be reaching out to organizations such as ours?
All the time. We have organizations, product placements, you guys know those sort of things. The good thing about Georgia is non-union and union, right? And work together. So we want to reach out to all of those organizations that want to be a part. Because, you know, Andre, we talk about football, and everybody wants to talk about the left eye thing, and we get that. But this young man is a whole lot more what he did in the communities that people don't know. With the young people. You know, how he sacrificed a lot to do. You know, I'm not going to tell the story. Some of the things that went on in Atlanta because of a call from him stopped a whole lot of stuff. Young folks. So he is a strong mentor, and we're showing that as well in this movie. How strong he is to build his legacy.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
on.
Thank you.
If everybody can hashtag anything that you guys.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Erica Mystery. I'm here at Hype Magazine's own, and I am sitting here with Andre Rison. All right, Andre. Now, today we were doing a casting call. Were you expecting it to be this big?
Not really. I don't, put a lot into like if somebody gonna show, if ain't nobody gonna show, it's gonna make the outcome, determine what my feelings gonna be. Like if one person would have came out, I would have been cool. My feelings would have been hurt. And I think that come partially because I've been a promoter too in my second life, second career. When you're a promoter and you advertise all week. Trying to get people to come to your club, your restaurant, your bar, or whatever it may be. You sit there and anticipate and anxiety sit in. You want somebody to hit that door. You want the consumers to come on in. And some days I won, some days I lost. So I think it built a resilience in you as far as anticipation of what's gonna come. Plus I'm used to walking in arenas with 100,000 and performing. And I think that characterism of that, it helps too with like, do you think you're gonna get the response? There's so many people that want to make it to the next level in acting, producing, whether it's film or whatever. And it's an opportunity for me to help employ people. They can put food on their table.
During the interview that we did earlier during the press blitz, one of the things that you said was that you like to give back to the kids, especially kids of single mothers. What's life after football? What is that like for you?
It's sweet. I've been high school coaching now for 15 years. Got four beautiful daughters. Got a son playing college football. Got a beautiful wife who just beat breast cancer. And
congratulations.
Appreciate it. I'm just in a good place with me. A lot of my peers playing the National Football League, as well, it's been well documented about concussions and CTE, and I'm no different. I got a headache every day. I played a long time at this size, 12, 14 years, playing pro football at this size. It takes a toll on you. So I wake up every day with ailments. Some days I can walk better than next. But what I learned and gathered was you need to move, man. You need to move. You need to move mentally. And so depression, once you admit, depression, you can be depressed for a week, 2 days, but it's still depression, and once I came out of my own depression, that's when I caught back fire, so.
Now, you touched upon depression, and I want to go into it a little bit if you don't mind, because a lot of people don't, especially in the Black community, they don't like to talk about mental illness, and they look at depression as being defeated, but depression is not defeation. It's just you have to be able to deal with it? How do you deal with it on a regular basis?
Like I said, I got some fly people around me, you know. My daughters give me energy every day. My wife gives me energy every day. My friends, my partners, my squad, my team, you know, we deep. We, you know, it's funny how, you know, when a whole bunch of black people get together with a couple white people, just a couple.
Gotta have a couple.
They say something bad about to happen, but it ain't true. It's just we just bonded, sticking together on a purpose, and that purpose would be for multiple people, and it should be for multiple people. So that's what gives me energy to strive to help. I'm still out here helping people, you know, helping myself too at the same time.
Now there's a lot of young actors and actresses downstairs, over 100 people that I counted just walking in the door, that you're giving a chance to, that never acted a day before in their life, that you're giving a chance to be in Foolishly in Love.
Yeah, I love, you know, I got some Chris Donaldson, you know, his team, they super, you know, they've worked on big projects all, you know, throughout their career, and so I trust them, and so they handle one aspect, and I handle one aspect as the talent. You know, you got to be, I've been a head coach for a long time, but one of my things I had to learn how to do was delegate, and that's trust my offensive coordinator, trust my defensive coordinator, trust my coaches, and allow them to coach. And I see the same thing when I see the you know, the aspiring actresses and actors downstairs that's trying to get there. It's like, okay, well, if you don't land that role, it could still be possibly a place for you in, you know, in the movie, you know, because we ran with a lot of people and we still run with a lot of people. So it's going to have to be a lot of people in the movie.
Now, speaking of the movie, I know a lot of people are going to be looking at the movie for your relationship with Left Eye and, of course, the famous house.
Mm-hmm.
What are one of the things that you want people to take from the movie about you?
Well, first, it ain't about Lisa. This my story. This Andre Rising story. Just get that cleared up and straight. And then, second of all, what people can take from it is that, you know, you can be somebody, and you can be what you want to be, you know, and just because you run into some hurdles don't mean you can't, you know, get over that hurdle. But you got to stay due diligent and stick to your plan, and you got to trust what you learn from your uncles and aunts and cousins, and you got to trust what God, you know, Allah is sending you to, you know, and you can't let the third hand beat you, and that's the publication, that's the media. You know, they write and say whatever. They talked about Jesus Christ, so
that's true.
And all his disciples wasn't real.
Now, you are a former wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to tell you I know everything about football because I just watched Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But how did you feel when you won your first Super Bowl?
I felt good, you know, because a lot of people that really, you know, F's with Dre Rising, that was for them. The ones that, like, didn't turn their back whether I had it or not. The ones that was there when I was hurt. Rather from from the game where I was emotionally hurt, the ones that were still there, that was for them. You know.
And
I
then
felt great.
You won it in a time when they weren't expecting you to win.
Nah, they didn't expect you to do nothing. For that matter, you know what I'm saying? You know, at that time, God put me in a great situation and we cashed in. You got to believe in your craft, though. And I knew once I got on stage, I was gonna Jay-Z it, you know. So we was gonna win.
Now you were on several different teams during your career.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you say was your favorite city to be in?
Favorite city, no doubt, Atlanta. It always will be Atlanta. I am Atlanta. You know, whether people want to say it or not, when it comes to like what athlete meant the most to Atlanta, I am Atlanta. You know, and you'll see further in details.
So, and so as far as your number, you would say your Atlanta number was probably your favorite number?
80.
Mm-hmm.
80 was sweet, you know. I just did a deal with Mitchell and Ness, and they got 80 jerseys coming out, Atlanta Falcons, official Mitchell & Ness 80s in April, and the Super Bowl edition, the 84. And I love 84, but 80 branded on me, Falcon branded. I put that on my skin, on my flesh, so I'm the A forever.
Nice. And the A loves you.
Yeah, I love the A
And
too.
it shows downstairs. Everybody shows
Other
up.
than the Popos. The Popos drive you crazy down here in the A.
That's a whole different conversation.
Especially with Trump in office. Yeah, leave these boys alone, man.
Well, when are we looking at I know we're casting for the movie today. When are you looking at actually dropping the movie?
Oh, that's out of my hands. That's door number 1. Door number 2 right now. I'm just focusing on this music and trying to get push my son, push my label, push my groups, push my partners groups, and make this movement. We in the process of a huge movement.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about the music.
Well, we've been underground for years. Bullpen originated here, Bullpen Records. Always had tons of artists dropping mixtapes, singles, albums, all that stuff, and nobody really knew it was us, and responsible for studios over and over and over, and just engineers that's top engineers in the game right now. A lot of those guys springboarded from Bullpen, and I'm proud of it, but now, this new generation and what we got coming out now, it's hot, and there's so much music and so many outlets where you can get music. Back in the day, you could only get music through so many outlets, but now, you got so many outlets, but you still gotta have that talent. And we believe we got that talent. You gotta be able to move like that too. So I'm just, I'm happy, but I'm excited. The soundtrack, I got, my hands on the soundtrack, which is gonna be huge. Not just the movie itself, but music. Music puts life to the object,
That is true. Well, is there anything else that you want everybody to know about the movie that's coming out and what you have coming up?
No, we good, man. I just appreciate and love how people came out, and over 1,000 people signed up, so it's gonna be people all the way to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock coming in here. I know you said you seen 100 something yourself at a head count, so I'm just happy that the turnout turned out right, and we just know we got a lot of work ahead of us. We got a crew that's willing to work, and that's the key. You gotta have people that's ready to work, and we're ready to work from all angles. All angles.
All right. Well, tell people how to find you.
They can find me nowhere. You can't find me. You gotta find me, you gonna get your ass found.
No Instagram for Andre Ryan. He does not have an Instagram.
Nah, you don't find me on Instagram. All right.